You are listening to Slash, a podcast where I dive into the brains of people with passions and interests outside of their full-time job. My name is Keith Ogden, and I'm not really known for anything, but I will be sitting down with those who serve as an inspiration to continue doing what truly makes them happy. You will hear how they got started, what keeps them going, and any lessons they've learned along the way. Welcome and enjoy. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Slash. Feeling a little bit under the weather, but the show must go on. I'm here for episode 3, interview with the wonderful Lexi Nye.
Hey.
She has a lot of different interests, so I'm interested to get to know all of them more. I'm hoping she can let you guys know what she's into. She's got her hands in a bunch of different things, and it's interesting because usually on Slash, the Slash is something that is making you a second form of income or anything, but Lexi's a little bit different. It's just a bunch of things that she likes to do. She has some hopes and dreams here that she's going to share with you that will get her some second form of income aside of what she's doing right now. So again, Lexi Nye, everybody. How are you doing, Lexi?
I'm fabulous.
Good. Well, thank you for bringing me into your house, your home. You got your what's it say?
It's grind time, bitches.
Okay.
No, game time.
Well, it is game time. It's game time right now. So, to start, we're gonna just say, I'm basically gonna ask you how I do every interview. What is your slash?
I got a bunch of different slashes right now. So, I'm in school, cosmetology school.
Okay.
I really want to be a barber, but there's like no barber schools. So it's kind of a waste of time, money, and energy. But, you know, it's better to have like the broad license rather than just like a strict barber license.
Okay. So there's different. So what's the different type of licenses I guess you can get? Do you know what that is?
As a cosmetologist, I can do hair, skin, nails, everything, right? But if you're a barber, it's like, you're a barber.
Okay.
You're not, like, the only advantage to that is the straight razor.
Ah,
you
got
know
it.
What I mean?
Yep.
So, like, I'm definitely going to use a straight razor. Just not legally, probably.
Well, she's not going to do it legally. Well, let's stick to that for right now. So, how hard is it to kind of get that business going? Like, obviously there's a lot of barbershops and stuff like that, but you're going to more of a cosmetology and all that stuff. But how hard is it of an industry to kind of be successful?
If you have the drive and the determination, if you like money, then you got it.
Yeah. Like,
it's not something that you can be lazy with or just be like, oh, I want to work sometimes. It's like, no, you have to bust your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, advertise yourself. Like, luckily enough, I have a good social media following. And, like, I know a lot of dudes that would let me cut their hair even if I fuck it up. They'll still let me do it. And I'm definitely going to be able to make it the long haul.
Good. And it's funny because, not funny, but it's one of those things that you have to be doing it to make the money. Like, you're not making money from other people. Other people aren't doing it for you. You have to give haircuts. You have to do like nails, the makeup, whatever, to make that money. So I think it's more of a grind behind that part of it. So I think that makes it pretty cool. What got you started? Where did this love for hair, makeup, and all that stuff start?
So when I was little, I looked like a doll until I was 12 years old. My grandparents made me like long blonde hair, dresses, the whole 9 yards.
Ooh.
When I was 12, I took my hair like this and I cut my hair off when I moved with my mom, and I dyed my hair pink. And after that, it was over. Like, I got obsessed with, like, you know, color in my hair, and then I found Manic Panic, and I was like, holy shit, all these colors are awesome, and I started doing my friend's hair.
What is Manic Panic?
It's a color line.
Okay. It's a color line, everybody. I didn't know that. It's something I don't know about.
It comes in, like, a little jar, and they have, like, all the crazy colors. So it's not, like, Redkin or, like, you know, just basic chocolate brown and honey blonde. It's like green, yellow, red, purple.
So you were doing some outrageous stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's grown into, where did the hair part of it come? So is it, I guess you said you cut your hair off.
Yeah.
And then, like, how did that process? So how old were you?
12.
12?
Yeah.
And then that's just something you just carried through high school?
Yeah, like, I always liked doing my own hair. I didn't really trust going to hair cuttery or anything like that. And, you know, I didn't have a job, so I didn't have money to go to, like, a nice salon. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm going to do it myself. And this was before YouTube. This was just me winging it and being like, all right, well, either it's going to be pink or...
Yeah.
we're going to make it pink somehow.
And when I first met you, you actually had a different hairstyle than we have right now. This haircut is popping. You had a different hairstyle. So what made you want to get to, like, this hairstyle right now? Or what did you have before? Let's explain what you had before and then what you have now.
So I had a 2 on this side. It was shaved. And then I had, like, long hair on this side. And it was, like, platinum, perfect, beautiful blonde. Until it got wet, and then it felt like mashed potatoes because it was very overprocessed. I didn't care how I got it blonde. I just wanted it blonde.
Okay.
And then, like, I was tired of dealing with it because every time it got wet, it was just like a shit show. And then, you know, my husband passed. And I was like, all right, this is it. I'm having a 2007 Britney moment. Came home, put my hair up, cut it the fuck off.
Explain who your husband is, by the way. The great
Mac Miller.
Mac Miller.
Yo, you're the one that let me know. You broke my heart that day.
I know, and you thought I was, like, joking. That was huge. That was actually a really huge moment. Because I think I've been following Mac Miller right from the beginning. I have all of his mixtapes, albums, all on my laptop. Like, literally every single song that he's made is on my laptop, and I'm sure you're the same.
I just don't have a laptop.
You just don't have But you know all of his songs, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I cried like a little sissy bitch right in my press. I was like, oh my God.
So that's what got the hair going.
Yeah, and then, like, as you know, I love fuckboy haircuts.
Yeah.
So I was like, listen, I can have a better one than every dude I know. And I'm pretty sure I got the best one. Okay.
Somebody challenger.
Yeah,
I dare you. Please come out there and challenge. Cool. So let's go from that, and then what's your second passion?
I'm really into, this sounds so lame, but urban exploring.
Urban exploring. So explain to the people what urban exploring is.
So it is exploring abandoned locations, traveling, getting in the car and being like, all right, there's this resort 3 hours away, let's go. Mm-hmm. Taking pictures of it. I have a pretty nice camera, and I was, like, shooting on auto, shooting on my phone for a while. So now I'm, like, trying to do manual setting and, like, actually, like, turning the photography into a hobby as well to go along with it.
Got it.
Instead of just being like, oh, sick.
Cool photo. That's cool. Where did that start? At what age did you really get into doing the urban exploring bandos and stuff?
So my first bando, I was 14 years old.
Okay. And
it was Lambertville High School in Lambertville, New Jersey. It caught on fire in the 50s, and then they, like, renovated it, and then in the early 90s, someone set it on fire again. So it was just this cool abandoned school, and we would go and drink 40s, and we had flip phones, so nobody was taking photos.
Back in the day.
Yeah. And it was just cool to, like, go in this decrepit, decaying place and, like, look at the architecture and, like, think about what it used to be.
Mm-hmm. So it was more about the experience back then. Mm-hmm. Well, is it? I'm sure it still is now. More about the experience than actually taking the photos. I mean, the photos are cool, but actually being there, knowing the history and all that stuff kind of adds to the experience, right?
Yeah. And, like, you know, you can't just openly drink 40s
outside. Of course.
So, you know, it was a nice shelter just to hang out with my friends and, like...
Yeah.
You know.
That sounds pretty cool. It's something I don't know if I could do. I'm too scary of a person to even hop into it. I'm kind of I don't think I'm a germaphobe, but I like to be clean. So me in an abandoned building, not working for me.
Listen,
not working for me.
There's plenty that you literally just walk through the front door. If you don't touch nothing, you're fine.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, the door could be wide open. It could be clean. Somehow I am coming out of that Jawn covered head to toe in filth.
So, craziest story that you have from abandoned building. I actually know one of them, and I'm hoping this is one of them. But if you don't say it, I want you to tell the people the other story. But what's the craziest story you got?
Hint.
What, the one that I know of?
Yeah.
Isn't it the one like you almost fell through the floor? Somebody almost fell through the floor.
Oh, yes. Okay, that was very terrifying. So I went to this mansion. It's not far from here, actually, but I don't want to say where it is.
Yep.
And, I'm always the first one to go in. I climbed through the window, and I'm walking, and I had to fix my bag or fix my camera or do something. And Brad, walked around me, and he's, 5 steps ahead of me, and he's like, yo, just, watch where you walk. And literally, as soon as he said the word walk, he fell through the floor. And
all the way through.
Up to his armpits, this.
Like a movie.
And, I would have been first had I not fixed my shit. And I'm just like, oh my God, I didn't know what to do because I didn't want to walk near him. And then us both fall through the floor. So I just stood there. I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And that's something I never even thought about before. I'd just be willy-nilly in these places. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But that really made me take a step back and be like, yo, you can really get hurt.
So you're being more careful now, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and he got out of the floor and was like, okay, do you want to...
Let's go.
Do you want to walk around the rest? I'm like, no. I don't know. I'm not that strong. I don't know if I could have pushed myself.
Thankfully, he's all right, though, obviously. Yeah. He didn't get hurt or anything.
He just got scraped up.
All right. That's good, then. And Brad, can you tell everybody who Brad is?
Brad's my boyfriend.
Okay, she got a boyfriend.
I had to hang my Savage jersey up after all these years.
You're right. But that's nuts. So that's the one I know. Is there a story that I don't know about?
Oh, in Lambertville, it was probably the third or fourth time I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
We were walking around, and my stepbrother had seen this bag on the floor, and he saw red in it. And I don't know why he picked it up. I wouldn't have picked it up. Yeah. So he picked it up, and it was bloody, and he dumped it out, and it was a deer leg that was skinned and bloody inside of a fucking Wonder Bread bag. And that kind of scared me a little bit. I was like,
this is something I want to do for the rest of my life now.
I was sick. I can't wait to get to the next one, but I'm scared right now.
A deer leg, and it was skin.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
So, I feel like there was some homeless people in there before.
But what would you do with a skin? I
don't know if that was dinner for later. That's some extra shit.
God, I couldn't even imagine. No way. All right, that is why I don't know how anyone could even. I'm not in the building after that. If I see a skin, I hate even seeing dead deer on the side of the road. So you telling me I saw just one leg, bloody. Not even. It was in a bag. And somebody decided to pick that up. I'm not friends with you anymore. I'm letting you know that we're not cool because you thought that was cool. So now we're not cool. All right. So is this something that you usually do? Have you ever gone by yourself? What is your amount of group of people that you usually go with? Sometimes it's just you and Brad. You go with 10 people. What is the norm for doing stuff like this?
So I feel like it's location based. So if it's a hot spot, you don't really want to go squad deep because you have a greater chance of being seen. Mm-hmm. Now, if it's an open door, shitty warehouse, we'll go squad deep. The boys will, do graffiti, drink 40s, to just chill and kill our day in there.
Okay.
But if it's somewhere that's, untouched or maybe we found something first, it'll just be me and him. Okay. Or maybe 2 other people, another couple. We've met a lot of people doing it, so depending on the area and what it is.
Yeah, I would assume so. In stuff like this, how many connections have you built?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is just what comes from those connections? You guys just meet up and hey, I know this spot. I can come there, or whether it's photography, whatever it is. Yeah, well, it's
a bunch of people in different cities and different states. So it's you come to Philly, we'll show you around and we'll go wherever.
Yeah.
I'm friends with this one girl that lives in Illinois. We never met before. Me and Brad went to Pittsburgh. Her and her boyfriend were driving, making the trip from there to here. And we booked the same hotel and everything.
That's pretty cool.
And they got arrested in Ohio before they got to Pittsburgh. So we never got to meet.
Wow.
But my birthday piss, she sent me a birthday card. We're friends.
Okay.
From it,
yeah.
So after I'm done school, I'm going to go out there.
Nice. When are you done school?
March.
That's coming up. Yeah. Almost a little under a year. That's cool.
So long.
So with the bandos and all that stuff, you have some pretty interesting photos on your Instagram. And we'll obviously put that link there and let everybody know what your Instagram is at the end. But talk to me about how you come up with these ideas for these photos. You have some really cool ones, but then you just have like some normal ones. It's just but how do you come up with your ideas of like, I have this theme, I'm gonna do this in this building?
So sometimes I'll be inspired by a photo, and then I'll be like, okay, like maybe, I do the special effects, makeup, like I like pouring blood all over myself and go into a location.
That seems to be the MO.
Yeah, but that also ties into my cosmetology thing because I'm trying to branch out with the special effects makeup.
Okay.
So then I'll be like licensed to do so. But sometimes I'll get inspired for the makeup and I'll be like, shit, like what place would be a good setting for this? Or sometimes I'll see the place and be like, what makeup would be good for this? So it goes back and forth of what inspires me first.
Cool. And what's your favorite photo that you've done, like, ever? Do you have one?
I don't know. Probably one with blood on me.
Which would be almost all of them.
I love it. I feel like I look the best with like a beat face and then just like fake blood somewhere.
Yeah. So it's once people see this Instagram, you'll know exactly what she's talking about. She's got some pretty crazy photos on there that I'm like, whoa. Like I'm sure people when you go to and take these photos and they're just watching like, oh my God, she's got to be nuts. Like,
oh wait, actually, did you see the one I posted yesterday with the book on fire?
I did not see that.
So I met up with this girl, Bianca, who I'm friends with, is from Massachusetts, and we went to this church, and she wanted to take photos of me. So we put this paper and lighter fluid in like Bibles and set them on fire to be around my feet, and I had like this red dress on, and that's probably my favorite photo.
So that's how you guys got the fire. Mm-hmm. Oh, I did see that. But that's old, isn't it?
Yeah, but I like reposted it again yesterday, and then we got all this heat from, other urbexers being like, "Oh, you set shit on fire in here." It's like, if you want to keep it so clean, fucking buy it.
Yeah. See, and this, I'm glad you mentioned something like that. So, what's the drama behind traveling these places and stuff? Because obviously people have their cliques. People like a building looking this way. Maybe someone disrespects it. I've heard of stories like that. So what are like the unwritten rules? Like, what are kind of the rules that go into like doing stuff like this?
Honestly, I don't really feel like there's rules. I feel like, when I started doing this when I was 14, there was no Instagram. There was no networking. Mm-hmm. And now it's like all these young kids, they don't have jobs. They don't have anything going for them. And they just get in their car and travel place to place and like have like this cliquey, I only go here for Instagram vibe. And,
okay.
Like, I fucking hate it so bad. And I just, like, it's cool. You guys are all going to the same location, posting the same photo. Like, there's no creativity. And my friends do graffiti, and they don't like that. Okay. And I feel like if it's good graph, why not put it in a bando? Like, it's going to accentuate the peeling paint and, like, the cool, lonely feel of it and, like, the architecture. If it's, like, a swastika or a dick on the wall, I'm not here for it.
Of course.
Or, like, when people break shit. Like, why are you breaking it?
Yeah, there's no point in breaking it. Yeah. It's abandoned enough, right?
Yeah, like, leave it be, but just, that's my only thing. Like, don't break it.
Yeah, I don't understand why people would have, I've heard plenty of arguments and stuff, but I don't know why people would have problems with someone putting their art on like a wall or something. Like personalize a little bit. Just let people know, like, hey, I was here. Like, this is cool. Like, I want to be a part of this place as well. So me personally, I don't see any problem with it. I don't know why other people would. I guess I can see their argument in it. Like, it kind of, maybe it ruins like the originality of it. I don't know. But
see, that's like all these kids that are doing it now. It's like, yo, I hate to break it to you, but if dudes weren't writing graffiti, you would never have your hobby. Like, graph writers are the original urbexers. Yeah.
See, that's stuff I don't really know. Like, how much do you know about graffiti? Because I think I have a couple questions about, like, I don't even know what questions to ask, but how does that even get started? Like, graffiti's interesting to me, but like I always hear like all this stuff about it. Like, some people don't like it, some people love it. Like, some people say it ruins like building stuff. Are you only do you only accept it if it's like abandoned buildings? Like, people do it on the side of buildings when they're not really supposed to, like, but they aren't abandoned. Like, how do you feel about all that stuff? Just in general.
I'm a fan of graffiti. Good graffiti.
Yeah.
And like, I just don't think you should do it on like a small business or like somebody's house, somebody's property.
Yeah.
But, you know, if it's the side of Walmart, do your thing. If it's on the street, cool. Like, Wynwood is one of my favorite places. Covered in graffiti, covered in art, and it looks awesome. And I don't think it would be as awesome without the art around. Okay.
So I think that's cool, just to see art like that just around the city. I know one time I did, like, Philly does this love tour thing where you ride on a SEPTA, you can see, I don't know the artist, like, it was so long ago where I did it. But on the route where you're on the train, I guess the subway, you can see all of the art he did about like love on the side of buildings. It's like more of a murals than like graffiti art, but it's like super cool. Like, they're all like love themed and they like explain it and all that stuff. So that was pretty cool. I don't know if you've ever heard anything about that.
Was it Philly Love Notes?
I think so, maybe. I just know all of them had to do.
And then there's the Jawn Ambarella who does like the hearts, and it'll just have like a quick phrase in it. It's like,
okay, I haven't seen that, so it might have been the first one. But it was super cool. Like, all of them were really cool. And I did a lot of research into it at the time. But this is almost 6 years ago. I haven't seen them since, so it's something I would like to do again because I thought that was pretty cool. Like, literally on that route of the subway, you can see every single like art piece that he did, and that's pretty cool to me.
That is awesome.
All right, nice. So, what else do you got for me? So we've touched on your beauty and your hair. We've touched on the abandoned buildings and stuff. But you've got a bunch of other passions. What else are you getting into?
So I'm trying to get more into the vegan activist world because I am an outspoken ass vegan, and I'm here to save the animals.
Yeah.
And like, my like long-term goal is to like get land and then open up an animal sanctuary and like save animals.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anything in this life could like fill my heart the way like saving animals would.
Yeah. Like,
I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be rich. I want to help animals.
That's pretty cool. How long have you been vegan?
Well, I haven't eaten meat in 7 years, but I've been vegan since the beginning of the year.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So wow. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Also, you were supposed to have some. It's the morning. It's the morning, so I get it. But she was supposed to have some vegan. What was it? Meatballs.
I was gonna make you a meatball sandwich.
Yeah, I would have loved to taste it.
Next time I make it, I'll just bring it to work and you can have some. But I didn't think you wanted meatballs at 10 o'clock in the morning.
I can eat anything at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna be honest. I can eat anything. I will. If it's in front of me, I'll eat it. Actually, that's not true. Like, I don't like broccoli.
You don't like broccoli?
I don't like broccoli. And people always say that. Let's touch on this. Now we're talking vegan. We're talking vegetables here. I don't like broccoli, but I thought not liking broccoli was a common thing. But people love broccoli. I don't know how. It's just something about it. But I did have broccoli the other day. And I forget.
On pizza?
No, it was, I forget what it was in. But I had it. But it was like sauced up and stuff. It was mixed up with stuff. And I ate it. I forget who I was around. And I was eating it. And I just turned to him. I was like, yo, man. He was like, yo. I was like, I think I like broccoli. But it was really good. Like, but I think I would need it sauced. Like, it needs to be, like, I would probably have to have some sauce on it for me to like it. But growing up, broccoli, hell no. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me. Once I was, like, old enough to, like, tell my mom, like, no, I'm not eating broccoli, that's when I, like, stopped. Which was probably around like 13.
You put your foot down. You were like, no.
I was like, I'm not eating broccoli. To this day, like I'll eat it. Like, got the little pieces of broccoli in there. I can eat that because I can't taste it. But like, if you give me a freaking full flour, nope, not doing it. But vegan is something I've been looking into more. Me personally, I don't think I could ever go full vegan. I think there's too many things I like. No disrespect, but there's too many things that I like. I could probably go vegetarian for sure. I don't know how long I could last, but I could do it. Like, there's stuff that I like out there, but I think vegan options is something I want to explore more, because people, like, they post it and I'm like, boom, this joint is hot. Like, I just made some vegan wings. I'm like, how the hell did you do that? And people always say it tastes the same, but I always say, there's no way it tastes the same. But I've never really tried it. So that's why I was excited to try the meatballs. So make my meatballs.
I will. But, like, so here's the thing, right? I'm vegan for the animals, but I like food. I'm fat as fuck in my heart. And, like, you know, sometimes I want a buffalo chicken cheesesteak. Best believe I'm in there making it. I barely eat salad. I don't eat vegetables like that. Yeah. Like, I want the fat shit.
You making it good
I went
stuff.
to Tattooed Mom the other day and I had waffle fries with vegan jalapeno cheese whiz.
What? That sounds really good, though.
With a Cajun blackened chicken sandwich.
Oh, you popping.
Yeah. That's why when people are like, oh, you eat vegetables, I'm like, I like vegetables. Yeah. But I want food. You still know how to do it. And I think that makes you more creative in, like, the cooking aspect of it. And this is the question that I have, and I asked a bunch of people this, if I know they're vegan or vegetarian. Like, is it more expensive to be vegan? Like, do you find yourself having to be really creative in what you're eating? Like, I feel like it takes a lot more effort to, like, be vegan or vegetarian to, like, create your meals. And I don't know if I have that patience to be like, oh, I got to buy this certain stuff to make those meals. Because you're saying you're eating some amazing stuff, but I don't think I could eat something amazing every day. Like, there's some day I'm just like, all right, I'm just going to whip this up. Well, like, so on the weekends is when I, you know, have the best food.
Yeah.
But during the week, like, going to work, like, you know, I eat a lot of potatoes. Yeah. So I'll buy microwave sweet potato because I don't have the time. Cauliflower rice that comes in the bag with veggies. What else? They make vegan chicken nuggets. Yeah. I throw some nuggets in my bag. Good to go. I eat a lot of quick food during the week. But, you know, I spend like $60 a week on groceries.
Okay. So that's not bad, I would feel. No.
But the produce is probably the most expensive. And, like, when the fake meat ain't on sale. Okay. But I try to be a bargain shopper.
I must be missing it in the grocery store. Like, how...
Where do you go, though?
I go to Wegmans. I'm kind of bougie.
Okay. Wegmans should have that shit. You're going down.
Obviously. I'm obviously not looking for vegan options. That's why I'm missing it. But sometimes I can walk past them and be like, oh, let me check that out. But I'm just missing it. So maybe next time I go into Wegmans, I'm going to be like, let me look for something. It's something I want to try.
Like Gardein and Beyond Meat are probably the best two brands right now. Like, I'm telling you, if you find yourself at, like, TGI Fridays, for example, I don't go to places like that. Yeah. But I do now because they got the Beyond Burger. That is literally the closest thing to a burger that I will probably ever get. It's pink in the middle and everything. Oh. Like, it's delicious. You need to try it.
All right, so we talked a lot. We kind of got away from the actual goal because we're talking food here. Clearly, we both like to eat. But let's go back to, like, that's your goal. So you want to open up say it again? I kind of forgot.
The animal sanctuary.
Animal sanctuary.
So basically, in order for me to live this dream, I'm going to do hair. I'm going to do makeup, taking a lash class, taking hair extension class, all these classes before I graduate school. Because, you know, it's like a side class on the weekend. Busy bitch. I need to be able to do all these things that make a lot of money in order to fund my end goal. Yeah. So this is essentially the animal sanctuary is you're basically going to have, like, your farm basically to keep animals safe and just take care of them. Just basically as having them as pets, basically. Like, you have a farm and you just take care of them. That's pretty cool. So how long you think it would take you to get to that goal? Let me see. I want to say within 5 years, I want to be a really successful, we'll say cosmetologist is a broad term. Within 10 years, I want to have a functioning sanctuary. That's awesome. Yeah. Can I visit? Hell yeah. I'm going to have pigs and lambs and cows and the whole nine. The whole nine. You can't do that in Philly, though. No, I mean, it would have to be, you know, a little ways out in PA, or maybe, unfortunately, change my address to New Jersey. I don't know how I feel about that. Dirty jerk. The dirty. I feel like there's something you can pull off in, like, central PA, though. Could you ever see yourself, like, living in, like, Lancaster or something with the Amish? Yo, every time the Amish see me, they're like, what the fuck is that? Like, I went to Millersville, and, like, the people around, like, when we went to the mall, they were just like...
Yeah. Yo, stop hating on my school, yo. Stop hating on my school, my people. That's funny. All right, what else is going on in the world of Lexi Nye? What do you have coming up on the horizon? What kind of goals do you have, like, in the near future?
Well, the near future, I have my lash class in June, so then I'll be certified eyelashes. I'm going to start immediately doing girls' eyelash, like the individual Jawn. So that's going to be my second source of income.
So you can do... So you're still in school. Mm-hmm. Is that part of what you're doing in school?
No, this is like
This is separate.
But like, since I'm pretty much gridlocked from 8 o'clock in the morning till 10:30 at night,
grinding.
Monday through Friday, just no time, I might as well, be productive on my weekends and, like, knock other shit out. Because once I'm out of school, I'm done with school.
Yeah.
But the thing about being a cosmetologist is you always have to take other classes. There's new shit that comes out, new trends. Like,
is that hard to keep up with?
I know. I feel like I'm kind of a trendy person.
Okay. So what's in right now?
Lilac, lavender, pink hair is in right now. Highlights are always in. This haircut, obviously, is in.
It's in.
The girls with the lashes, that's like a big thing.
Okay.
I gotta get more into makeup. I don't really do makeup on other people. So.
Okay. You know what I've noticed that's in more recently? And I love the look. Like, you kind of have it right now. Like, the silver, like, white hair. Like, a lot of people are doing that now. And that's a damn good look. Like, people who can pull it off, that's pretty cool. I think that's in right now. Like, the stuff changed during the season? Like, makeup-wise? Obviously, you wear... I'm just going to take a shot in the dark here because I think I'm a fashionable person. I think I know a little bit.
You got you're all right. You ain't
got, no, it's springtime. I'm all black right now. This is more of a winter look. But, like, does it change? Like, I'm assuming, like, in the winter, you use, like, darker makeup and all that stuff. Kind of use darker stuff. And then, obviously, it's spring, fall. Like, you just go with, like, the colors of the season. Kind of like how people dress. Does makeup kind of go in the same direction? Makeup, hair, all that?
I feel like it's definitely influenced. Like, I know with hair, at least, people want to be lighter in the warmer months.
Uh-huh.
And, be cooler, darker, on the opposite side of the year. I also feel like it's heavily influenced by the products that are coming out. So, like, with makeup, the different palettes, the different brands, collections.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, another thing you got to keep up with.
Okay. Cool. One thing we haven't touched on is that you have some other passions that I know about, and you used to have your own little YouTube channel going on. When is that going? Well, first let people know what that was, because that's more of actually, you kind of talked about, like, makeup and stuff on there.
Yeah.
But.
So it was a channel with my best friend. It's called Jawn Approved. You can look it up. But, like, we were doing, like, makeup reviews, sneaker, like, our hype purchases and stuff like that. And, like, I know that we want to... and the beer videos, even though we know nothing about beer, we're just like, this
That's
is good.
still cool, though.
This is good. We still got to do that, too.
I know. Well, you didn't shut it down, but it's just...
Honestly, like, being so busy.
Yeah.
And, like, this morning, it's my day off. I was up at fucking 6:45. I had shit to do. So, we're trying to revamp it and, like, sit down with each other and figure out where we're going to go next. Because I don't want to just do makeup reviews and, like, reviews about things. Mm-hmm. I got way more to say.
Yeah.
And, maybe turn it more into, like, a lifestyle thing, like Mossy Bakes. So I feel like it'd be fun to see the Johns bake some shit, whip some shit up. But we'll get it back.
Cool. Jawn Approved. How many episodes you got? People can find those episodes.
I want to say like 6 or 7, maybe.
You can see the old Lexi Nye, the old haircut and stuff on there. Yeah. That's when it was. That's cool. And you talked about, like, your best purchases, sneakers, all that stuff. I know sneakers is what you're kind of into as well.
Yeah, but, I just feel like they haven't been putting any good shit out recently.
They actually haven't.
Like, the last, around Valentine's Day, I think they were, like, the Big Chill Jordan 1s.
Yeah.
So I thought that it was black with that light blue. It's not.
What is it?
It's like a dark, it's not royal, but it's like almost like a blue-black type deal. And the light blue. So as soon as I got them, I was like, nope.
Whack.
Got to go. But I would have liked it. You know, they looked like, you know, the gold toes or the gold troop, whatever the fuck they're called, I forget. But it was the patent leather and everything. And they would have looked really nice if they were black and blue. But
yeah. Okay. How many pairs of sneakers do you have?
Probably like 60.
Do you ever resell your stuff?
No. But I used to have, you know, all the 3s, all the 5s, all the 11s, all that shit that was just sitting in my closet. And when I stopped working at UBIC, I just paid my rent for a couple months.
All right. Yeah. You got it. Sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes. So what is your take on, this is something I always ask people. What is your take on people like keeping shoes on ice? Like, are you just one of those people who like to keep them around and keep them stored up, only wear them like once or twice a year? Or do you actually, when you buy them, you wear them?
I wear the shit out of them. I got these on right now. These are my favorite
That's
shoes.
your favorite shoe. I remember that.
My favorite shoes. I wear these shits all the time. I don't give a fuck. But like, I have 3 or 4 pairs of Shadow 1s. That's my favorite Jordan 1. Okay. And I do have the last release I haven't worn. Because my other 2 are fine. So I'm like, well, I'll just keep this one in the tuck or whatever. I was going to wear it on my birthday this year, but that Jawn came and passed. So.
Okay.
But for the most part, I wear my stuff. But also, you know, like, going to work, I don't want to wear all my shit at work. Yeah. Even though I don't really get dirty anymore. And then going to school, I don't want to get hair dye on my shoes. Or, you know, them little hairs when I cut somebody's shit up. Okay.
And that's something we didn't touch on. So what do you do for work? Obviously, we work together, but what do you do at our job?
So right now, I can only weed vinyl.
Yeah, tell people the story behind the cast, everybody.
Oh, what is this?
We're here. We're at the moment for the story of the cast.
All right, I'm not going to say too much because I'm not trying to get myself in hot water in the workplace.
Oh, goodness.
But, so, you know, from 8 to 5, I work in vinyl, and I really like it. I got my eyebrows microbladed last year, so then they had to take me out the warehouse because I couldn't sweat. And it was really hot in June. And then, you know, things fell into place and I just ended up being in there. I was pressing on the press for 8 hours a day. And this is my weekend. And, like, you know, just throwing my body weight kind of fucked me up a little bit. So now I got fluid in my joint and I got a partial tear to my ligament.
My goodness. For people who think vinyl isn't dangerous. Vinyl is extremely dangerous, as you can see. Ain't nothing sweet about it.
But I liked pressing, though, because it was like a workout. Like, you're like this. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing Tai Bo or whatever them ladies do. And, you know, it was cool. But now I just weed, you know, you pull. It's like a sticker. Yeah. You pull it back. But now this side is my husband's side.
Now you're strong on one side.
So, hopefully, this comes off in 2 weeks. Hopefully, I'll be back to normal. I haven't been doing hair. I haven't been doing anything.
Man, you're struggling now.
I'm struggling. I was so busy that the universe was just like, you know what? You need to calm the fuck down. Take a break. But I still can't calm down.
Yeah. That's a good and a bad thing. That's good. You still grinding away. So what can you do at school? Can you even do anything right now?
So it's kind of good, actually. You know, we have like the color bar.
Yeah.
So, you know, everybody comes up to the color bar and they tell me what developer they need or what color they need. And I get it. So it's like, I'm not really fond of my school's color line because they test on animals. So, you know, whatever. But I'm still, most color lines are very similar. They just use different, like, variations. So, like, at my school, it's numbers. So it'll be like 1-0 for black. Okay. Another brand might be 1N. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm just, like, getting more familiar with the color line. So it's like a blessing and a curse. It's just boring. Okay.
Completely honest.
It's because, you know, if we don't have a lot of clients and I'm sitting at the color bar, I'm just on my phone. Yeah. I don't really like to just sit there. So I'll be watching, like, barber videos or, like, makeup videos.
Getting something out of it. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. That's cool. So you talk about how busy you are. So how do you find the time for the motivation with, you got work all day and then you go to school? Like, do you come home and just relax, or are you still going away? So I get home like 10:30 at night. If I don't have lunch for the next day, my ass is right in the kitchen. Yeah. Then I got to shower. Can't get in my bed dirty.
I'll sit here and like my brain is still like, but my body is exhausted.
Done. Yeah.
I don't watch TV, so I'll just be sitting here.
Hey, you don't watch any TV?
Barely.
Huh?
Like, it's like I don't have the brain capacity to just sit there and just be like, Now, sometimes, you know, I'll be watching, like, with Mossy, we watch RuPaul's Drag Race.
Okay.
But that's, like, one episode a week. Or, like, you know, Stranger Things is coming back. But it's, like, you know, some people on their day off will, like, binge.
Yeah.
Binge TV. Can't
Not
really.
you. You probably out at a bando or something.
Yeah, or just, like, doing normal shit, like laundry.
Yeah.
Cleaning the crib. Like.
It's hard to find those times.
Yeah.
That's good.
And you know what? When I'm at work, this helps me a lot too, like being so busy. I listen to a lot of like motivational books. And like it sounds really corny, but like self-help books.
People do that, and that's not corny at all.
And it's like, you know, different perspective and like different things you can do throughout your day. Like if you're having a bad day, change your your perspective. Yeah. Rearrange that energy.
Exactly.
Because for what?
I completely agree. That's something I kind of got into a little bit ago. Shout out to my boy James Rogers, who got me on to meditation. So I've been practicing meditation. He got me on a nice little plan. But there was a period in time where I was just stressed like every day, and it wasn't anything dramatic. It wasn't like something that people actually do have problems with, but I just felt it, and I don't like feeling stressed out at all. I'm completely a calm person. I'm energetic. I don't know how I want to say calm, but like in my demeanor and like what I worry about, I'm very calm. I'm very relaxed and stuff, but I felt it just building up. I'm like, what is going on? And I run and stuff as well, and I was kind of struggling with that. I was like, what is going on? And my buddy James he always posts stuff about meditation. So I reached out to him like, hey, like, what can I do? Like these are my problems. What can I do? He was like, dude, just do this 5 minutes a day, practice your process, all that stuff. And it really started helping. I was just doing it every other day. Then I worked up to like every day, and I gotten away from it a little bit recently. Just cause I guess I feel better, but that doesn't mean I should stop doing it. I probably should get back into it more, daily. But it freaking helped me out. I was literally stressing about everything, like little stuff. I'm like, because you got the wedding coming up, and then I got this podcast going, and then at work you deal with stuff, obviously. So it's like you're stressing out about all these little things, and I was like, my mind just needs to stop racing, and that's why I got on meditation, just because it was literally all you're focused on is breathing, and I was just like, focus on your breath, and that's all your mind just clears out. Take some practice, obviously. I'm no pro. I'm not a professional at this, but I know it helped me. So that's kind of like the same thing that I was doing, to kind of just be like, all right, let's chill. Let's attack one thing at a time and like be good.
Maybe I need to try that, because when I get home at night, my brain is like,
it's just racing, isn't it?
And then, you know, like, I can't sleep. Yeah. And I'll just be laying there 1:30, 2 o'clock. I'm like, fuck, I gotta be up at 6:30.
Yep. And that's where my problem started. I like couldn't sleep. And I don't know why. There was nothing for me to like be stressed about really. But I was just like, I cannot go to sleep. So I need something to just keep clearing it out. So I do it like every morning. Sometimes I do it before bed. Like if I miss it in the morning, I'll do it at night, kind of thing. I got my Alexa set up to be like, yo, Alexa, I'm meditating. She'll throw on some calm music, and I'm just sitting there zoned out. It's great. Technology.
Yo, I remember the first time I heard Alexa. I didn't know it was a thing. I was at this kid's house, and he said something about Alexa in the other room. And I thought he was fucking my name up. I was like...
I can see that.
I was like, you do know my name is Lexi, right? He's like, no, Alexa, turn the light on. And I was like...
Oh. Well, there you go. You don't have one? You need a Google.
Listen,
you need a Google. Or
we got a Google Home over there. Mossy got a Google in her room. I don't like that shit. Because there's been times that we were sitting here talking about something completely unrelated, did not say Google, did not say nothing, and that fucking thing started talking. I'm like, no. She was like,
yo, so I got the results.
Like I think I was making coffee or something the other day, and I like mumbled something under my breath, and then I hear like the little sound. I'm like, yeah, unplug it.
I get it. That's funny. That's hilarious. So we can kind of start winding down. Is there anything else that you kind of want to touch on? Anything else you want to let people know? Any motivational advice you have for people trying to get their stuff started who have like 5 different interests? Why you got so many businesses?
listen, this is what I say, because there's a lot of people at work that I feel like are trapped. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's cool to have an income, and like that job is great because we can work as many hours as we want, but you need to withdraw yourself a little bit and think about what you want in the long run. And even if you're scared or you're unsure, fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like, I knew my paycheck was going to be cut drastically by leaving at 5 o'clock. But I was like, I'm 28 years old. I either do it now or I'm never going to do it. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be making t-shirts for the rest of my life. And you got to change your perspective. You got to think positive. If you got a dream, you got to fucking go get it.
Okay. Oh, this is a rant.
That's it.
No, that's cool. No, I think that's awesome. And that's something that we touch on every episode. It's like, sometimes you gotta go for it. And you're not alive forever. You never know. So if you love it, just go freaking do it. That's all you gotta do.
And just worry about the other shit later.
Yeah.
Like, if there's a will, there's a way. Finesse your fucking way to your dreams.
All about finesse these days. Finesse it. That's cool. All right. So, well, this has been a pleasure. So let everybody know. We've talked about your Instagram, all that stuff. Let everybody know where they can find these things. I've got, what do you got? 2 pages. So let everybody know where they can find you.
So my personal main Instagram is Drug of Lust. People think it's a bunch of other different pronunciations of that. But it is literally Drug of Lust. Okay. And then my hair page is Johnny Scissorhands.
Johnny Scissorhands?
Yeah. That's
all right.
it.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
There's no more?
I don't do Facebook. I don't do Snapchat.
That's pretty cool. Instagram is the way to go now these days. That's how you do.
I don't have to hear people complain unless it's my rants.
Yeah.
All my story.
All right. So that's where you can find her. You can find me at _pod, or you can follow me on Instagram as well at K2 the O Junior. That's with the number 2 and DA as the we'll put all the links and stuff on the video on the podcast.
Wait, so audio. Now that I've been on this podcast,
yes, is
the /pod going to follow me back finally?
The /pod, I'm sorry, the /pod doesn't follow anyone right now. Oh, I don't know. Look,
I was bitter.
There's 0 followers on the /. They don't follow anybody. Maybe that's rude. I don't know.
I feel like maybe you should just follow the people who you've done and yourself. So then if somebody wants to go back,
that's true. I guess you could do that. Well, I'll work something out. I'm sorry for all the people who maybe feel hurt that the /pod doesn't follow anybody, but maybe that's something I can do.
It's just go through. I won't follow you that quick.
/pod will be team follow back soon. I'm sorry, everybody out there who maybe has felt. Maybe that's why I'm not getting that many listens. Oh well, it doesn't matter. For the audience who does pay attention, thank you very much for your support, all that stuff. But this is /pod, Keith, Lexi, signing out. Thank you, and appreciate your listens. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me again.
Of course.
All right, signing off.
Bye.
Jawn's approved. Boom.